Big win. Pistons live on FanDuel Sports Network, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. Postgame coming your way right after we hear from triple-double deuce, Cade Cunningham, leading the Pistons to a double-digit victory. He is standing by with our Natalie Kerwin.
Hey, welcome back, Cade. 8th triple-double of the season. This one came down to the wire. Yeah. What is it about this matchup against the Charlotte Hornets that always seems to create trouble?
They're a scrappy team. They're young.
Ron, get back.
Yeah, they're a scrappy team, so they're not gonna lay down to anybody. So you gotta make sure you handle your business against them. Sure.
You guys are up 28 at one point and gets cut all the way down to 2. Yeah. How did you guys manage to kind of get out of that lull and wake up?
Yeah, just stay poised, trusting the system, trusting the game plan, and then that's what you said. Waking up, we had to wake up and lock in.
All your teammates coming up to you right now, it just goes to show the chemistry this group has. We talk about it all the time, but give us an inside look, really, at how much this group loves each other.
It's a lot of love on this team. We love each other. We care for each other. We have each other's back. I mean, there's nothing more you can ask for on teammates. It's fun to play with a team like that. So we're excited about what we got coming up. So we just got to keep working, keep getting it.
Jalen Duren's a guy. He's become your frequent lob partner. Yeah. Can you sum up for us just what his growth has been this season?
It's been great. It's been great. This is everything that we knew he could do. But it's one thing to come out here and do it night in and night out. And he's been doing that. He's changed, the look of our team. We're playing so much better now that he's, gotten his rhythm and everything. So he's only going to get better from here and keep growing.
I got to ask about Dennis Schröder as well. Yeah. How much is he going to alleviate the pressure off of you? Yeah. We can see you two together, the chemistry building out there today.
Yeah, I mean, he's a high-level player, high IQ guy. Can do a lot of different things on the court. He's going to help us, with our versatility. I know he's going to give Coach a lot easier time as far as mixing lineups and stuff up. So we're super happy to have him, and great opening night for him. He's only going to do better things for us.
I can see the smile on your face says it all.
Yeah, I'm excited. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Cade Cunningham with a fantastic game after just missing one game, Johnny. But Pistons, they find a way to get it done.
Yeah, they did. And how about this? Ruthless. How about 2 out of 3 right there? He's going straight up rock, paper, scissors, getting it done. And obviously family and friends in support of the man they call Deuce. Great performance from him alongside Grant Long. I'm Johnny Kane. We welcome you here to Pistons Live. And we're going to bring in another member of our crew, that being Special K, Greg Kelser, who will soon be on the highway heading home, hosting a Super Bowl party. What's the address again, Special K?
2222 Kansas City Drive.
That
sounds like 3-3-3-3.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just their third attempt here.
Exactly. Hey, heck of a game. Obviously, really strong first half for the Pistons yet again. And Charlotte, they came back and fought tooth and nail to get back in this game. But let's go GMC Pro Vision right off the bat. We'll start with you, G. Long. When you look at Cade Cunningham getting back in the lineup, didn't show a lot of wear and tear there. But again, we saw the overall game, which has made him a first-time All-Star.
Yeah, and I think the way that Cade approached this game, with the ball or a ball missing from the lineup, we didn't know exactly what to expect from this Hornets team. And I think the Pistons, they got off to a good start with their defense, but Cade had a kind of a slower pulse to this game. But when it got ramped up and the Hornets brought the heat late in the ball game, Cade really got the competitive juices flowing there and really got amped up and started to score the basketball and make a difference in the ball game and impact winning. And I thought he was terrific in that fourth quarter when the Pistons really needed him to show up and show why he's been voted an All-Star this year.
Special K?
Cade is magnificent. Cade is unstoppable. Cade had a triple-double today and didn't break a sweat. But the Pistons as a group continue to just find out, what they're capable of, winning while rebuilding. 27 wins now, 13 and counting over their total for all of last year. I said it about a week ago. I think they're going to be here for the duration. I think they are going to challenge being at least 41 and maybe 41, which will give them a 500 season. And nobody would have predicted that. Nobody. And a chance to be in the postseason and not just through the play-in, but maybe the playoffs. That's how good they're playing right now. That's how confident they are. And think about this, guys. It took a Trae Young buzzer beater.
Yep.
And it took a Darius Garland nearly half-court buzzer beater to keep the Pistons away from sweeping the 6-game homestand.
It's
They'll
unreal.
go 4-2.
Yeah.
They'll settle at 4-2, but that's how close it came to being perfect.
No, that's a great point. You know, it's like you got to take those lumps, and then you could even go back earlier in the season if you just wanted to start picking some games and say, well, what about that game in Milwaukee with the missed free throw? But as far as recent history on the homestand, back-to-back buzzer beaters, otherwise it's a totally different current. We just had some fans walking by. They said, Pistons playoffs? It's like, now everybody, it's like, this isn't like we're just kind of hopeful. Now it's like you're a game and a half out of the 5 seed right now. And they don't do it. They obviously, you need to have an all-star caliber player with which to surround, other elite talent. Tobias Harris, 22 points on Friday against Philly. Tobias Harris with 20 points here tonight. We're going to make him our Glassman Auto spark plug because he may not be the Tobias Harris as far as athletic-wise as he was in his first term as a Detroit Piston. But this guy is as consistent as all get out. And again, tonight, he couldn't be bothered.
You know what? Tobias Harris is right in that mode of he's a seasoned veteran guy, but still has the get up, the get down to take over a game in spaces. And tonight he was able to do that. He did that the last couple of games where they needed him to impact winning. He got his offense going. It's a dynamic aspect to have a guy like Tobias Harris who can light it up from the outside, but not afraid to get down in the low post and take advantage of his size on the smaller defenders. So he's a total package, and it's exactly what the Pistons ordered because he can give you what you need in those moments where you need something special to happen. Tobias Harris is the guy that you call on. Listen, Cade has been phenomenal over the season.
Yeah.
But in those spaces where the Pistons needed something special to happen, they called on their veteran. It's been Tobias Harris who's been consistent.
Gotta get up to get down. Tobias Harris is doing it. Special K, I do want to ask you one quick question because we had an opportunity to see Dennis Schröder in a Pistons uniform for the first time. He looks great. And you heard Cade talking about, what he brings to this team at eye level. What did you see? And what do you like about this acquisition of what you've seen over his career?
I've always liked Dennis Schröder. He was up around close to a 20-point-per-game scorer years ago in Atlanta. Now, he's been to a bunch of teams, but again, as I mentioned during the telecast, his time with Los Angeles when they got to the conference finals and lost to the eventual champion Denver Nuggets, he was a big part of that. And coming in now with loads of experience, both regular season and postseason, is huge. And what it tells me is that the Pistons, they're going to start gearing themselves up, I think, for postseason play. And in the postseason, you cannot have enough veterans, guys that have been there, done that. Now, it's unfortunate. Marcus Sasser's development might take a bit of a hit in terms of his minutes in the regular season games because Schröder is definitely going to be a part of that. And then consider that Jay Nibey comes back. Pistons are going to have a very, very potent roster of veterans with Cade and Beasley and Ivy and now Schröder and you do have Sasser available, and we know that when called on, for the most part this season, he has played well. So the team is getting stronger while they make a run at this thing, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, you know what I've enjoyed about Schröder so far, and he's been this way throughout his career. Very calm when he's on the floor. You can tell he's a veteran guy. He doesn't get rattled. And I also like his decision making. It's not a matter of if I'm going to shoot this one, what am I going to do? If he's open, he's going to let it fly. If he's in his area that he can be productive. And sometimes that's a very good thing to have if you're Coach Bickerstaff, to be able to know exactly what you're going to get from the guys that you put in. You don't want it to be a crapshoot. You want to know what you're going to get from these guys. And Schröder's to that point in his career now where you can pencil in what he's going to do. Like I said, very decisive in his movements and very calm on the floor, even in a heated moment here in the fourth quarter when we saw the Hornets try to make their run.
That's it. They cut it to 2, and then Schröder, it's fuel for the game. He hits that big 3. Yeah. Pistons stretch it back to 7. They close the game on that big run, end up winning by double digits. Special K, before I let you go, there is a game tonight in a different sport.
Mm-hmm. That's his team.
I know you're Kansas City Chiefs through and through. Give me score prediction and putting you on the spot. Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl. What do you got?
I'll go 31-27 Kansas City.
Okay.
The last time Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, he beat Patrick Mahomes. I just wanted to let you know.
Tight on time.
Yeah.
I think Patrick's won 2 more since then, and he's 29 years old. Got another 12 years to play, at least.
Said another 12 years to play.
Let's go.
Wow.
All right, man. Well, enjoy tonight. Be safe, and we'll see you in Chicago.
All right, guys. Enjoy it.
All right, very good. All right, so Super Bowl is coming up a little bit later tonight. Before we shift our focus there, let's hear from JB Bickerstaff, who did a masterful job, obviously, getting his team prepared for these Charlotte Hornets here today.
JB, these matchups with Charlotte all season long have seemed to be these wire-to-wire type matchups, at least towards the end of the game. In the fourth, when you guys started to go through that lull, I guess, what did you see from your guys that put them in that spot, and how'd you climb out?
We didn't do the things that we needed to do. And that's, an area that, we're constantly trying to improve upon. There's a standard that we set for ourselves, and we need to hold ourselves to that standard. And tonight we did not. We were outscored in 3 quarters. The last 3 quarters of the game, they outscored us. That's not good enough. We were fortunate enough to win. But our expectations are higher than that. And our standard is higher than that. And we did not play to that standard tonight.
What would you say frustrates you the most in your message to them just now?
Defensively, we didn't do the things that we needed to do. Obviously, to go out and hold them to 15 points in the first quarter says what you're capable of. But then to almost give up 30 points a quarter after that, you were just not doing the things that we needed to do defensively and have the right mindset and approach.
Not sure if you expected to have to play Dennis and Cade together late, but just with him running the second unit early and then having to kind of figure things out on the fly late, what did you see from him? And then hitting that big 3 as well.
He knows how to play basketball. And that's what that comes down to. He understands how to play situational basketball. He's been through it. He's got courage and ability, to take those shots. He's not, afraid of those moments. So we knew that he would be able to figure it out. Obviously, it wasn't perfect, scenario of only having 1 day-ish yesterday to kind of see all of our stuff and trying to figure it out on the fly. But, he knows how to play basketball, and you can just see how he'll be able to contribute.
Asar's been in double figures, I believe, in 8 of the last 10. But specifically, he seems to really just have a good eye for cutting and finding open spaces on the floor. How much do you think that helps him as he's coming along with his jumper to be able to find those open spaces?
It helps him, but it helps everybody around him. The defense has to account for him when he's cutting to the basket. And he's able to get those, catches in the paint, finish in the paint. And then, when he's in there, he draws attention, and now he can make plays, which he's really, really good at. So his recognition of and timing of it also has been important. And then his teammates recognize him when he's open.
Talk about wanting to play more positionless basketball. You played a lineup of 4 guards, and then Duren, what did you see from that rotation when you had him in the game?
Again, it just puts the defense in tough positions. Cade's size kind of gives us the ability to put him all over the floor because he can defend different matchups. And then, we got other guys that are just willing to compete on the defensive end. I thought Tim did a great job late defensively and not allowing Seth Curry to keep going. He was physical getting through screens and those types of things. But it provides a ton of spacing for those guys offensively, guys who can beat their man, guys who can catch and shoot. And it just looks like, again, moving forward, something that we can work with and put defenses in a tough position.
Pistons wrap up the homestand with the victory here today. The high-flying Jalen Duren, a big part of that reason. We will hear more from the Pistons as Pistons Live rolls on here on a Sunday.